Have you ever wondered what truly makes a monster? Is it the fangs, the cape, and the thirst for blood? Or is it something deeper, something hidden within the shadows of the human mind? Today, we're journeying into the darkness to explore the psychology of one of literature's most iconic figures, Count Dracula. Let's peel back the layers of the legend and uncover the man or the monster that lies beneath. Bram Stoker's 1897 novel, Dracula, gave us more than just a chilling vampire tale. It gave us a character so complex, he's been endlessly analyzed for over a century. To understand Dracula, we have to look past the supernatural and examine the very human-like traits that make him so terrifyingly compelling. At his core, Dracula is a study in narcissism, control, and profound, unending loneliness. Let's start with narcissism. Dracula exhibits all the classic signs of a malignant narcissist. He possesses a grandiose sense of self-importance, believing he is a superior being, a noble with a lineage that entitles him to rule over lesser mortals. Think about how he speaks of his heritage, his battles, and his power. He sees others not as individuals, but as mere instruments for his survival and pleasure. His victims are nothing more than sources of sustenance, pawns in his game. This lack of empathy is a key narcissistic trait. He is completely incapable of understanding or sharing the feelings of others. Their fear and suffering are inconsequential to him. This narcissism is directly linked to his obsessive need for control. Dracula's entire existence is a meticulously orchestrated effort to dominate his environment and everyone in it. He controls the wolves, the weather, and even the minds of his victims. When Jonathan Harker first arrives at his castle, he is a guest, but he quickly becomes a prisoner. Dracula dictates his every move. This desire for control extends beyond his immediate surroundings. His move to London isn't just for a change of scenery, it's a colonial-like invasion. He wants to conquer a new, vibrant land to spread his influence and create a new empire of the undead with himself as the undisputed king. He's a predator expanding his territory, but what fuels this terrifying ambition? To find the answer, we have to look at his past. Dracula often reminisces about his former life as a warrior prince, a voivode who fought for his people. He was once a hero, a mortal man who experienced love, loss, and the weight of leadership. His transformation into a vampire wasn't just a physical change, it was a profound psychological trauma. He was cursed to an eternal, solitary existence, cut off from everything he once held dear. This brings us to the most tragic aspect of his psychology, his profound and eternal loneliness. Imagine living for centuries, watching the world change, watching everyone you've ever known turn to dust. Dracula is a creature trapped in time, a relic of a bygone era. His castle is a tomb filled with the dust of ages and the echoes of a lifelong lost. This isolation breeds a deep-seated bitterness and a desperate, twisted yearning for connection. His pursuit of Mina Harker isn't just about creating another vampire. It's a distorted attempt to reclaim a lost connection, perhaps to his own long-dead wife. He sees a reflection of his past in her, and his desire to possess her is a desperate, predatory attempt to fill the void of his own empty eternity. He wants a companion, a queen to share his dark kingdom with, but his narcissistic nature prevents him from forming any genuine bond. He can only dominate and consume, he cannot truly connect. Furthermore, Dracula represents the conflict between old-world aristocracy and new-world modernity. He is a symbol of a dying feudal order, trying to impose its will on the burgeoning industrial age of London. He uses ancient cunning and supernatural power, but he is ultimately challenged and defeated by modern knowledge, science, medicine, and teamwork. Dr. Van Helsing and his crew represent the power of collaboration and rational thought against a singular, tyrannical force. They use technology like telegrams and typewriters, tools of the modern world, to track and ultimately corner him. This battle is also symbolic of the struggle within ourselves, what Carl Jung would call the shadow. Dracula is the personification of our repressed desires, our primal instincts, and our darkest impulses. He represents the part of us that lusts for power, that scoffs at societal rules, and that fears mortality. Stoker masterfully uses Dracula to explore the Victorian anxieties of the time, fears about sexuality, foreign influence, and the decline of traditional values. Dracula is the monster that emerges when the rigid structures of society begin to crumble. So, when we look at Count Dracula, we see more than just a vampire. We see a fallen aristocrat, a malignant narcissist, a lonely soul trapped in an eternal prison of his own making. He is a predator driven by an insatiable hunger, not just for blood, but for control, for power, and for a connection he is utterly incapable of healthily forming. His evil is not born from a simple desire to do harm, but from a complex web of psychological wounds that have festered over centuries. He is a monster, yes, but he is a deeply, tragically human-like monster. The terror of Dracula lies in the recognition that the seeds of his monstrosity, pride, loneliness, and the hunger for power exist within the human heart itself. He is the ultimate monster within. What do you think? What other psychological layers do you see in Count Dracula? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. It's a fascinating subject to dissect. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into the shadows. If you enjoyed this analysis, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more explorations into the minds of our favorite characters. Until next time, stay curious.